Okay, right in the middle here of 4.6, I wanted to take a minute. I cooked all of the heads in my coating process, what's called pumping. But I've had questions. I've had people email me in, say, what's all the red stuff in the water hose? Well, this plate, when it goes on here and fastens to it for me to do the pumping procedure and everything, it's kind of warm actually. It gets around 180 degrees before I stop, and when I pull this off of it, that's the excess that hangs off in the water ports before I'll take and drain all the excess out of the side, which you can see here where I drain all that mess. It was on this one here, I guess, and it comes out of the side. Well, I don't cook it the entire time full of the chemical. I thought I'd show that in the other one, but I've had some people ask me, so I'll repeat it. I only do this for about 30 minutes with about 15 pounds of air pressure connected to it. And then I drain all the excess out, put it back in the oven, and it cooks for 4 hours. So I went ahead at this point and cooked the coating all inside the heads and got that over with, because it got a little chilly here the other day. And now we're fixing to continue on. Now I'm going to bring you in for a close-up. The last thing I think on 4.5 on the Denmark Duo was the combustion chambers. Was to hold true, one thing I wanted to point out here was you do one modification at a time. I had a local guy come in here about right around during Christmas when I started back here, and he was porting a set of heads himself, and I kept telling this guy, I said, look, you do one mod at a time or else you lose consistency. Well, he had went in there and done one whole port, and I quizzed him, and he could not remember where he took what out of what about how much it was. It is very important, which is what I'm going to show you here. I'm getting ready to go ahead right now and pick up where I left off a while back, is that one chamber. Now I've got to go in here and lay in all of the other combustion chambers. So that's what I'm going to do next. And after I do the chamber mods, I had also went in here and let me get you a close up on it. I had leveled all of the guides, took the guides down, put it into the aluminum, and got them all the same height, because if you remember right, they were all over the place, up and down guides, unlevel, and there was more than 2 1/4 inches of overall guide usable length to it when I started. So I got all them set. Well, the way that I poured heads, I do the combustion chambers first, get their shape straight, and we'll be showing the stoning and the polishing here in just a little bit. But I get all that done, then we're going to do the valve job, which I don't know if I had told you. This head gets 205 intake valves. We got SI's top of the line severe duty intake and exhaust valves, 205, 160, to straighten out this ridge, this hump that's underneath here. And I've done this before, and it really turns it into a beautiful job instead of the seat protruding outward and the aluminum hanging over. So that's what we're going to focus on now. I'm going to go ahead and label this 4.6, even though it's unusual, as I've took a break in a sequence, so that way, you know, you can understand that. And I just wanted to show you what that excess coating was. But while I got that, I want to show you how tough this new coating I'm using is. This is a scraper knife, and remember, this is a machine surface. I mean, you got to really bear down hard to get it. Now, on a surface in there, you won't believe how good that's going to stick inside the coating. So, anyway, just wanted to go over. And there's still the red stuff in the lines, but I'll get that cleaned up. I'll probably do just a clean up PEX surface on it when I'm done. But that coating inside there, when it's heat cooked in, it'll be there. This is when you really need to do it, is on a brand new head, so that no water or antifreeze has ever run through it. I mean, it still works good, even if it ain't a brand new head, don't get me wrong. But that would be ultimately what you would want to do, is to be able to do that to it. So anyway, let's get back to the combustion chambers. I'm going to call this 4.6. Like I said, it's an unusual thing that I do. I tried to figure out a way to bring it in, but I wanted to show that overhang where y'all could see where that plate holds the excess, and then when I remove the plate, it just spills. No matter how much you try to empty it, there's going to be overhang in it. So on the Denmark Duo, we're going to continue on now and go to the combustion chamber so I can cut them big bad 205 valves. I am going to do, for shits and giggles, a valve seat run out test. The way it is, there's no telling what we're going to get here. Now, on some of the ProComps, I've seen it really bad. I've seen, I mean, almost 20 thousandths of seat run out. So keep that in mind, ProComp guys, when you buy your heads new. The cheapest way to do a test would be to pour carburetor cleaner down the intake port and then just let it sit, and you won't believe how often it just leaks and pours right through the combustion chamber. It's that bad. All right, anyway, we're going to stop at that right there and get back to this ball game here shortly. 4.6 over.